No, fuck. Stop. Ready? Take your top off. Get some difference in the shot.
You just want me bare-chested?
I'm doing the same as well, so. You've got two shirts on?
No, this one's attached.
One's a jumper.
I'm taking my shirts off. I'm going to be topless. I'm not taking my shirt off, it's
Alright,
fine.
Leave you on.
Tell me what to do, I'll stab you.
I'm on this. You ready?
Yeah, alright, Sound of Music or Mary Poppins?
Pick one, I don't mind. Both in one go. Oh, okay. Don't do that.
Do we want to talk about Nazis? Oh, let's go for Mary Poppins.
Okay.
Hello everybody. Where's the black camera, by the way? Okay. Hello everybody.
Hello.
My name is Darren.
I'm Graham.
And we're about to talk about Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins, yes,
What a classic.
Absolutely. You know, a very, very good film. It's about.
Don't think anyone noticed.
It's about basically a pair of kids who are disruptive for their very busy parents. This was back in what decade?
Well, isn't it set in like 1920 or something weird like that, or around then? But it was obviously released in 1960 something.
Earlier, I think, but yeah.
Yeah. It's the end. It's the beginning of the last century.
Yeah, and so like the mum's dealing with all like the women's suffragette movement.
Yeah, whilst being the most dominated wife I've ever seen.
Yeah. She's like on her way out, and he says, "We must write a note to find a new nanny." And then she's just like, "Okay, dear."
Yeah.
He's like, "Take this down," and she's like, "Very good, very good."
I didn't notice. I mean, we can talk about the end of Mary Poppins because everyone's seen Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
I didn't notice, but apparently at the end of that film, she stops being a suffragette to be, or whatever she is, to be a housewife.
No, is that true?
I read that the person who wrote Mary Poppins was unhappy with the film, and particularly with that bit, that the way she just sort of stopped her protesting.
Ah, okay.
Maybe it's not. Maybe I read something wrong then if you don't remember either.
No.
Oh well.
I don't, to be honest, but it could have been subtle,
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, she's just in the background weeping and making a stew.
Just tearing
Whilst everyone's having a party and flying a kite.
Yeah.
She's just at the window.
Spoiler alert.
It's not, I made it up. About the kites. Yeah, that's true. Two little brats.
Two little brats, yeah. The parents are very busy. The dad's a banker, as you might guess.
He's a right old banker.
Oh, yeah. And the mum's a suffragette. And they
this
need
woman
a nanny.
flies down from the sky who's clearly a witch.
Very obviously a witch. Like, that's not the whole point.
If
like...
Mary Poppins had been set in like the 16th century,
Yeah.
it would have ended 5 minutes later with her being burnt at the stake. And rightfully so, because she would have been a witch. It wouldn't have been one of those false alarms.
Definitely.
Where they burn the wrong person.
One of the few false alarms.
Yeah. Thank God for that, lads. She wasn't a witch.
Yeah. Let's find another one.
Yeah. Chuck her in a ditch.
So she floats down. You see her at the start. She's on a cloud and stuff. Which
she was. Maybe she's God.
She is quite benevolent, and she's
Old Testament
she's
God.
maybe.
No, not really. She'd have beaten those kids up rather than singing with them.
She's pretty she always had an air of malice about her, though, don't you think? Like, because she's very prim and proper and very correct at all times. You didn't want to step out of place. Is the point?
Flooding humanity, for example.
Yeah, she didn't go that
saying
far.
Build an ark.
But I think she could. All she had to do was tip her bag over the side. And...
I know. Well, that's a good scene. That.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That's all I'm going to say. I don't know how they did the effects really, because you think it's going to be where they.
Quite obvious.
Why? How did they do it then?
Well, they cut out underneath the table.
Well, they didn't, because you could see the kid running around.
Yeah.
So you could see over and above the table in the same shot. So she's pulling a lamp out, and you can see the kid start under the table of the bag.
Off her bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where else might she pull a lamp out of?
Who knows? Carry on.
Who knows? She is a witch.
Who knows?
I did wonder where she kept her broomstick. So you see there's motion. So it's as there's stuff coming out.
Okay.
All right. So you literally think they just cut the table out?
Possibly.
Well, it's possible.
They did a lot of frame by frame animation in that film.
It's very like the cartoons.
Exactly like the cartoons. That's a perfect example. So if they could do that again with images. And just
literally, a lot of work.
Literally, all you'd have to do is put a cut-out table over the kid, and he's moving around, and there'd be no table there.
Well, it's flawless in my mind.
It's excellently done.
Well, they should do that more often then. Oh, I suppose they got CG to do it now.
It's a lot of work. Yeah. It's frame by frame.
It's magical, isn't it? They should make more films back in the 60s, so we can try and work out how they were made.
But wasn't it like? Didn't they have to get like a quarter of like Cinderella done like super fast? So they sent it to Korea, and they had like
did they?
Warehouses of women just.
I know that like
frame by frame.
Loads of the Fox and the Hound, I think, is ripped off from Robin Hood. Like loads of sort of shots where they just scribbled over it.
Yeah.
Which you would. I don't get how that saves time because they've still got to draw it.
Well, it's the back. Yeah, no, but it's all the background art and stuff as well.
But I've seen like shots where it's like the characters are doing the exact same motion. And you think, well, that's still the effort of drawing it as a new character.
I guess it's all in the. If you're doing frame by frame animation, you've got to get every single kind of bit of motion correct, haven't you? So if they've already got,
they've got to do it again.
If they've already got the guides for it, then they don't have to get all the physics about it right.
Lazy Disney. If only he wasn't too busy hating the Jews and doing cocaine and freezing his head, as the myths would suggest.
Freezing his head.
Yeah. That's how he approached himself. It's like 5 minutes a day, just stick it in the fridge, get used to it. So yes, I don't know if any of that's true.
No, I have no idea. I forgot what were we talking about.
Mary Poppins.
Right? Yeah,
I really liked it.
She's and the animation and stuff. It was excellent. Like I don't mean just
all we've talked about so far.
I don't mean just like the cartoon parts of it where they're in.
You said the horses haven't changed.
The horses. Oh yeah, the horses. Weirdly, the style of horses that Disney did, even back in those days, in Mary Poppins days, they're still very alike now, and I think that's
like Entangled.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, it's interesting.
Probably using the same frames.
You know, possibly.
Running out of time, guessing from 1964.
Yeah.
Mugs doing the work themselves.
Yeah. But I'm talking about as well the physical stuff as well. You know, where they're cleaning up the room and stuff, and everything's all bouncing around and dancing.
It's like a scene from an Exorcist movie.
Oh, Fantasia, I suppose. Yeah.
Same. Scene from an Exorcist movie.
Yeah, it's all excellent. Like, obviously, a lot of it is kind of just showing off the power of the studio, I guess. Like, it's more of an advert for itself rather than just a fairy tale.
I don't know if it's like that so much.
Do you not think?
Well, I don't think they thought...
Because they were the early films, they had to impress, you know, like...
Yeah, but I don't think they've worked a film around
what
they can do.
No,
it's more a case of they just have to be able to do what the film requires.
And they did it to a huge degree, which is what they should do. It's what every studio should do, I suppose, you know, you utilise all of your abilities. But,
that's it.
But I think... so much was used in that film. So many different techniques and styles.
I could have made those kids better, and it wouldn't have involved magic. I'd have just slapped them a couple times.
Jesus.
Just keep slapping them until they'd be good.
Nobody did hit them in that film, and back in the day they would have been hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 1902 or whatever it was. They'd have been. They'd have had the shit slapped out of them. Literally slapped left, right, and centre.
Until poo came out of them.
Maybe.
They
were grim times back, weren't they?
Yeah.
But I like the dad in it. He's good.
Did you like him? Did you like his story, his character development?
Yeah, I think he was the one that had the most character development.
Well, yeah, of course.
Because the kids didn't really start off too bad, and they didn't end up much better.
No.
The wife obviously had the independence beaten out of her.
Yeah.
So she had a bit of an arc.
Behind closed doors.
Yeah, Mary Poppins went even madder at the end and started talking to her umbrella.
Yeah.
Which I think was a hallucination in her own head. I think that's what the whole thing is. It's a drunk nanny. It's all from her point of view. She's on cloud 9 at the beginning, and and then she's high as a kite at the end.
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go. Subtext.
Deeper into substance abuse.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
She's
the old woman who feeds the birds.
Well, you had that theory, didn't you? I was trying to get a word in edgeways there, but I couldn't, and I was trying to give you a little lead into that.
Turns out I didn't need you. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So yeah, you thought because Dick Van Dyke plays the old bank manager.
Yeah, the old banker.
The old banker.
The dirty old banker.
And how does that story go? Because he died. Oh, you just whatever spoilers.
Dick Van Dyke dies.
Because he dies at the
end.
Bert
dies.
He laughs.
Chokes on some stuff.
Jesus Christ! Yeah.
He gets wedged between the side of the chimney and a child that had already died up there.
The skeleton.
Somebody lights
several
fire.
other children. Oh my god.
Yeah. He just goes mad and starts singing Chim Chimney Chim Chimney as he gets slowly burnt to death.
Oh my god.
That's in an alternate version where I've slapped the children and burnt Bert, and Mary Poppins is outside on the steps singing songs like a drunk. What were you saying, sorry? Feed the birds. Mary Poppins said about feed the birds, and it cut to her, and I thought she was wearing a hat a bit like Mary Poppins, and I said something about it being an old Mary Poppins.
Her hat wasn't like Mary Poppins,
no.
It was just a hat, but I like the thought that it was her, because Mary Poppins was taking particular, affection over this old woman. I think she's aware of some mad time loop that's going on in...
Yeah, it's like Looper.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. She's come back to kill herself, but she's taking her time with it.
Yeah. It ends with Mary Poppins chasing that old woman who's trying to kill a child.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
So I thought it was really good. We're almost up to 10 minutes already.
We are. Let's talk about Scary Mary.
Oh, well, that's just somebody's recut Mary Poppins to look like a horror movie on YouTube. Check it out.
There we go. What else has the director done?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Who's directed it?
I don't know that either.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Just Disney. Just Walt Disney.
I think Disney just, points a gun at some factory of Korean people and it gets made. It doesn't matter.
It seems to be the way, yeah.
That's
the Disney way.
I thought that Julie Andrews was really good in it.
I said before the film, I don't think anybody else could have done the role because she's just got that certain...
Sean Connery would have been pretty good. He'd have slapped those children good and proper.
Yeah, he's not worried about that, is he? And the rest of the women in the film.
He'd have opened his eyes and seen children with bruises everywhere and he'd gone, I must be dreaming. I said I don't know if we can say this joke. It was a flippant. I said that I'd like to see a remake of this film starring Louise Woodward.
Yeah. If you don't... There's a very small percentage of people who are probably aware of who Louise Woodward is.
Really? They've forgotten already?
Well,
what a fickle world we live in when a woman shakes a couple of babies to death. I think it was the one, wasn't it? And I think she claimed she didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah, she claimed that, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Is it really so bad to shake a baby? Of course it is, obviously.
I mean, it's quite bad, but until it dies, that's particularly bad.
I think the only thing I think is that she wasn't paid to shake it. And none of us enjoy our jobs, but none of us break the equipment that we're being paid to maintain.
That's true.
If you were a mechanic and you didn't like fixing the car, you wouldn't kick the hell out of it.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's that, and also there was a baby that died.
A baby did die. Was it just one baby?
I think it was just the one, yeah. I think because she was innocent or found innocent once, she'd be a bit more suspicious if there was like 3.
Yeah. Just wrapped up in Morrison's bags in the attic.
Oh dear. I thought I was going to go too far.
I don't.
So that was Mary Poppins.
Yeah, Yeah, it was very good, very enjoyable. Perfect for any Christmas day to enjoy. We didn't.
No, it's fine. We watched it on a different day.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Obviously. Enjoy it if you go and watch it, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah. And also, just before we go,
go on.
Dick Van Dyke's accent didn't annoy me that badly. Everyone goes on about how awful it is.
Fine.
No, it is bad.
No, it's obviously not Cockney.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
But
well, that's the problem, isn't it? It's meant to be.
Yeah, but is it meant to be?
Yeah.
Yeah, but is it?
Yeah.
But is it? Is it not meant to be just like a kid's film and there's this crazy kooky character who his legs are all wiggly wobbly everywhere and stuff, and
I'm agreeing with all this so
far. A one-man band.
Yeah, no, it is.
He's just a silly kid's character who is in London and has something of a Cockney accent every now and again.
I'd like to see Mary Poppins
maybe he's got a speech impediment, maybe he's got like a slack jaw or something like that. Like maybe he can't help it, and everyone's just like, oh, that's not an accent, and he's just like...
I always think that remakes, if they have to justify their existence, have to improve on the original. So maybe the one thing going into Mary Poppins' remake would be to improve on the Cockney aspect. So maybe they should get Gary Oldman to direct it, like he did Nil by Mouth.
Why'd you have to make everything so dark?
And it's like Ray Winston playing Dick Van Dyke's character, and the bit where they jump in the pictures, it's just him holding their faces to the ground, and they just imagine they're in them as a coping mechanism.
Oh my god!
He's gonna get your fucking head on that ground after he's just kicked the baby out of his wife.
Right.
That's what happens in Nil by Mouth.
And gives up on the suffragettes.
Yeah,
I guess she would.
That's why she didn't want to do it anymore.
I guess she would.
She's scared of him.
Maybe it's like a weird retelling of that same story.
Maybe. Anyway, so that's Mary Poppins.
Maybe that was Mary Poppins. There was all sorts else going on there as well.
Yeah, it would be good to see a Gary Oldman remake of Mary Poppins.
But either way, if you enjoy it,
they could have Andy Serkis play Mary Poppins with a motion capture suit.
Do you reckon?
Like he did in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes with Gary Oldman, who didn't direct that film.
Yeah, he didn't play Mary Poppins in Planet of the Apes.
No, he didn't.
But this was us, and we're definitely going to turn this off now.
Yeah, fine.
Adios.
Let's go.
Oh, where are you going?
Subway.